Well, hi everyone, it's David again. I've got a new product which I'd like to show you. Oddly enough, as I often say in these videos, it's not a cutting product. It's actually, I suppose, a multifunctional product. Certainly cleaning or other applications which you might find useful. Now, what I'm talking about is, I guess, a kind of earbud, or a Q-tip for your American viewers. Now, I've got a few of these some on the store already, and I'm sure many of you already use things like these guys. You can buy them from any chemist, and they absolutely do a job. I think this one's the Tamiya version, which also comes in various sizes. I also use one of these things, which is being basically from my wife's makeup stash, because they're very useful for certain applications. And many of you have also bought these guys. These two ultra small earbuds, Q-tips, applicators, whatever you want to call them, from Anzi's. They are ideal for those really small applications when you need to get some material in or some material off on one of your models, or in a very hard to reach area. Now, with these things, I was thinking a few weeks ago that often we look for something smaller, don't we? Because we're scale modelers, and we get down to some very small sizes. These guys kind of won't cut it. So we always think small, don't we? What can we do, or what can we find that's smaller? Which is why I sourced these guys. When I saw these on their store, I thought, yeah, there's absolutely an application for these. I use these all the time for reaching into car engines, for instance, that kind of thing. But it did occur to me that there are applications where maybe you want to go bigger. Maybe there's something that you're working on, which these things absolutely don't work for. Trying to cover, say, a large surface, if you want to put some material down with one of these, will take you forever, and it won't really do a very good job. Also, I was trying to put on some quite large decals the other day, trying to mop out the excess water. And again, these kind of do a job, but it would have been fab if I could have just put something onto the surface of the model with the decal and started to mop up the material very quickly. So as I do, I had a look around, and there is actually something that I want to show you today, which could solve some issues. Could also be very useful for various applications. So let me put these guys down, and I'll just reach for the bag. Now, what it is these guys. Now, they look like massive earbuds, and that's kind of what they are. So let's get out the bag. Let me find my craft knife, if I can find it. Let me just get this out the bag, and let me show you exactly what these things look like. So they're a sort of sponge material. I'm bringing that very close to the camera. And it looks like an ore. That's when I first saw these on the supplier's website. But as you can see, if I compare it to, say, shall we call it a standard earbud, that's the kind of difference in size that you get. They're twice, maybe three times larger. And because this material is more spongy than this stuff, which is cotton, there's no residue left over. I mean, how many times have you used these guys and it just leaves lots of residue all over the place? Bits of cotton on your decals or the surface of your model. Happens all the time, yeah. But these guys, it's a sponge material, so you don't actually get that. As I say, I look for these because I wanted a larger surface to sort of mop up materials, particularly for decals. You can imagine that when you're trying to mop up some larger decals on the surface of your models. But also if you want to apply weathering materials, which I do a lot of, and I found these are ideal for that. You can load this sponge material with lots of material, then drag that across the surface. Models, dioramas. I've been using these for a lot of different applications. Again, if you're trying to get maybe a particular paint finish, you may even be able to use these things to put down top coats on certain areas. I was using these to sort of dab on little bits of sort of varnish. I just wanted to cover something, and this was ideal. Again, didn't want to use one of these guys because of the issue with the surface sort of deteriorating. So these guys kind of sort of really solved an issue for me, and I think it might be something that you guys might want to look at as well. You get 50 of these guys in the pack. Those should be on the store right now as you watch this. Oddly enough, the supplier sent me I guess a sample pack of lots and lots of different kinds of earbuds, applicators, whatever you want to call them. So I'm going to actually get a few more in and test them, because they are quite interesting in some aspects. They use this material. Some of them use a kind of woven material as well, and also they're in various shapes and sizes. The manufacturer actually comes out of clean room technology. These are actually usually sold as inkjet printer cleaners. You can imagine you sort of reach into your inkjet to clean all the gubbins off and the ink off the print head, or wherever it needs cleaning. That's kind of where these come from. But the manufacturer is they make these and other materials for clean rooms. Guys that manufacture devices, silicon chips, whatever you need a clean room for. But I often do that. I often look at other industries for anything that us model makers might find useful. So that's the large applicator, which, as I said, might be useful for some applications for you guys. Might be worth checking out if you're trying to do maybe any kind of surface finishes. If you want to take material off something, these are very absorbent, because it's a sponge material, unlike most of the earbuds, which tend to be cotton. As usual, any questions, any queries, do come back to me.